What's up guys, it's Rowan here from AOSTV. And one of the questions I'm asked all the time is, how can I get better results at school? I'm studying so much and my results still aren't going where I want them to go. And to be really honest, most people don't like the answer that I give them. And so you might not like the answer I'm going to give you in this video, but it's so incredibly important. What is that answer? So my answer to that question is really simple. It's to use your class time at school more effectively. That's right, use your class time. Now you're probably sitting there thinking like, what? That's a crap answer. But hear me out, there's a reason why this is actually so incredibly powerful. In the last 10 years, and I've interviewed thousands of students now that have performed in the top 2% across Australia. State rankers, Duxers, perfect details, the whole bang, the whole mix. And what's really interesting, as I've spoken to all of these students, a pattern has emerged. And that pattern is that the students that have studied the least outside of school, like 1-2 hours a night, those people, there's been a trend. And the trend has been that those that did the least outside of school did the most inside of school. And that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? And so what I've noticed is these top performing students were really intentional about how they used their class time to ensure that they were getting so much value so they could do less work at home. Because if you think about it, you're studying in class for each subject each year, it's about 120 hours, give or take the subject, how many units it's worth. 120 hours is actually a lot of time that if you use it properly, it's going to make a huge difference for you. So what we've now got to look at is how you can use it properly, what you can do to better take advantage of your class time so that you can actually study considerably less outside of school. Let's find out what my suggestions are for how you can do this. So instead of sitting there and just zoning out in class time, right, and not paying attention at all, here are 4 things that you can do to actually make the most of your class time. The first thing is actually get 1 week ahead in your study notes. Now, that might sound a little unusual, but it's really powerful for a simple reason. It means when you turn up to class, you can actually ask better questions. You can dig into weak areas and really use that class time more effectively. So, as a result, first step, get 1 week ahead. Second step, what I want you to do is actually, as you're getting a week ahead, I want you to write a list of all of the questions that you have, or all of the areas that you're weak in, that as you're doing the material you don't understand. Create a hit list, and then I want you to bring those questions to class. And then number 3 is, of course, ask those questions in class. Use the time with your teacher to get clarity. It's going to act as a revision, first of all, which will be fantastic, but it'll also enable you to dive into these weak areas. And that's where number 4, what's brilliant about this approach is it also means that you can direct and shape the class. You can influence it by the questions you ask your teacher so it can better serve your needs instead of sitting there and zoning out because you don't think it's helpful or you don't think it's relevant. So they're the 4 sort of strategies or steps that you can really use to take better advantage of your class time. Get a week ahead, create a hit list of questions, ask those questions in class and direct the class conversation through those questions so that you can target your challenge and weak areas. So look, that's the secret, guys. The secret is to studying less outside of school, is to doing more in school. And that's some strategies that you can use to take a better advantage of your class time instead of zoning out in the class and then being overloaded with work after school when you don't have the support available. If you've got any other questions, leave a comment below in the video. I'd love to support you, either make better use of your class time or as you navigate the journey through HSC and to answer that big question of what are you going to do with your life when you finish school. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're doing videos every single week, so I will see you next week.